Ellen Johnson Sirleaf done story as Africa's at first selected woman CEO, but as well florid accusations of corrupt practices and cronyism. How will she be memorable? Ms. Sirleaf's history is corroded in wonderful feats of disobedience and bravery, tangled in accusations of corrupt practices and cronyism. Same top item she did is the world she stored for us, told 22-year-old Jen Esibo, who was meeting idly in the sultry sun, drum roll, downward on the Equity Monrovia while I saw her front of the nation's poll in October recent year. The is not an unusual reply. Liberians went via 14 year of barbarous, narcotic-spurred, chaos warfare, wherever kid soldiers transferred out the largest inexpressible crimes. Multitude insurgent groups reigned above towns and cities in terrorism, stripper the nation of any likeness of infrastructure facilities. Hospitals, schools, roads, and though bulb posts were ruined, the last out of a faith how foe soldiers could rotate themselves in a. So to be grateful for world is not a frivolous answer. Yet, 15 year on of the end of the war human beings include length started needing more than of there by the government. Jenna, too youthful to recall lot of the fight, was meeting in the sun since she did not include a job and had not been in formation with top high school. The identical monthly, on a herbaceous box contrary CEO Sirleaf's building in the more than rich Cinca region of Monrovia, hundreds of female dressed in whites danced to piece of music blasting operations of large speakers. The musicians sing "We Wish World in Liberia, World in Monrovia," the chant Ivorian reggae celebrity Alpha Blondy wrote on their nation for the war in 1992. Lot of these females start up a massive world motion in 2003 how helping eventually end warfare. They organized sex strikes, before their men put downward their weapon. They constrained a meet in CEO Charles Taylor, receive him to accept to go to Ghana for world negotiations. One day down there, they enclosed the chamber menacing to get off their clothing before several kind of world transactions was achieved. It was these female who later rallied the nation to voice for Ellen Johnson Sirleaf in 2005. We don't wish no issue once again, told 73-year-old Kula Free, who remembers the war in all its graphics part. We don't wish no wahala, her boyfriend, 65-year-old Kwa Sharif told, pounding in above her arm. Wahala is the Liberia speech utilized to explain whatever of an reason in the road to a complete-out warfare. They are both of lucky for the world CEO Sirleaf driven to the nation. Over them, militant Lamag Bowie, who won the Nobel World Award near CEO Sirleaf in 2011, began rallying the lady along. She was one of the key figures who led the world motion at the end of the warfare. Ms. Bowie told Sirleaf will ever be memorable for proper the mainland's at first selected woman CEO. But for Ms. Bowie, how is all she has reached? In regulation of supplying a female's order of business we very didn't see how, she told. CEO Sirleaf is not a hot, cozy nature and she surely didn't attention on female for her 12-year in force. Yet, the Harvard-trained political economist did wipe almost $5 billion, in weakening overseas obligation following 3 year of creature in office space, pavement the way for overseas invest and increase the yearly by the government budgeting of $80 meter to $516 meter by 2011. But Ms. Bowie anticipated more than for female. She's told she's not a feminism, how feminist is extremist, she exclaimed. I tell, so, if it is I'm a pride violent extremists. By CEO Sirleaf's possession a brand new, stricter rape her law came in strength but was later corrected, reduction the hard sentences and manufacturing it a bailable crime. Lot mind a woman CEO would cover the way for more than female in policy. Still, not in comparison with the Thatcher era in the UK, Ms. Sirleaf's leaving as well symbolism the leaving of female in force. Of 19 president candidates down there was just one female, 40-year-old Magdala Cooper, a ex-friend of inbound CEO George Weah. She didn't include quite female in the building of Parliament to assist shove billing to supporting female initiatives, told Cooper. Economically she didn't include quite female to claim budgets or at low build and handicraft budgets how will supporting female. So, she had her limitations. In spite dividing the name of Nobel winner Ms. Sirleaf and Ms. Gbowee refugee speak with Ms. Gbowee told she criticized her by the government for corrupt practices and cronyism. Ms. Sirleaf has length go by flame for prescribing 3 of her sons to top by the government posts, thing she has ever protected. Up to 20 members of her household include had by the government official position at several spot. As for the accusation of corrupt practices, in 2006 Sirleaf proclaimed corrupt practices social faux quantity A just to be hit in a turmoil of scandals. Civilian service staff regularly went outstanding, largest public health officials in Lancashire in the polar western of the nation fair as Ebola crept through the boundary of Guinea. The destructive viral infection annihilated almost 5,000 human beings, outgoing the nation winding and its public health framework in rag. In spite all the, Ms. Sirleaf was a story maker. Her chairmanship may include been penetrated in corrupt practices and cronyism, but she proven to the planet how a female can disassemble the patriarchy chair of force. A item we can boast and boasting of, she ruined the window roof, told Ms. Gbowee. How's a enormous inspire for female.